Hey, does she remember how to do this? Bet your sweet Biffy she doesn't. Do I remember how to do makeup at all? Time will tell. Is she wearing too much bronzer? Probably. This is gonna be way too hot to drink, but I'm gonna do it anyway for the bit. It's actually so hot. Like I literally just poured it. It's so hot. So much I love you guys, okay? Okay, that one actually hurt going down. Hold on. Let me just get a proper one. Hold on. Here we go. Hi friends. Not me doing my intro as if no time has passed. Hi friends, I've missed you so much. Welcome to my apartment, in case you were unsure as to where I was. This is where I live. The place actually got signed over to me officially yesterday, and so it is now all mine, and I get to do with it as I please. And if that means filming inside of it while I self-isolate for a few days, then so be it. So I'm just going to address the audience as if everyone knows who I am already and what I do. So my very grand hopes of filming whilst also doing a full-time show, those dreams were swiftly dashed. Turns out full-time theater work after a 2-year hiatus, it's really hard. I just decided to not, because I actually did not have the physical or mental energy to produce anything other than a solid performance 8 shows a week. Omicron doesn't give a crap about live theater. We were very unceremoniously shut down a week early, which was a colossal bummer. We had an amazing run. I have so much gratitude in my heart for returning to the stage after over 2 years of having our entire industry ripped out from under us. Anyway, long story short, consequently, I have a week off, in which case I have nothing else to do. I cobbled together a setup of some sort. I'm sure the lighting is incredibly janky. This intro is already way too long. I'm just gonna jump right on into what we're gonna be playing with today. It is something I bought literal months ago in the hopes that I would create content with it. Let's just jump right into it. Today we're going to be doing a 2 looks 1 palette with the Pat McGrath Labs Mother Megaship Celestial Odyssey palette. It's been sitting on my desk since October. Let's just get into it. If that sounds like fun to you, then please keep on watching and let's get started. So I don't know if anyone actually wants like a true update on how my time was on the contract, if anyone's interested in how live theater works. I'm sure it's a pretty niche audience, but if you want to know, I'm happy to do a get ready with me and talk all about where I've been and what I've been doing the last 3 months. So leave a comment down below or give this a thumbs up. Let me know if that's something you would be interested in seeing. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have dipped into this once or twice, mostly just one and done eyeshadow in the crease and then a little bit of shimmer on the lid. So I wouldn't count that as really digging into this guy. And I know that this is already so irrelevant. You've seen 1,000 reviews on this palette already, but I need to know. I just need to know if the quality is just as good as the Mothership palettes. I know historically the quality of the holiday release is usually a little subpar, but we're gonna find that out today. She's got some nice weight to it, a little magnetic closure. She's a hefty boy. Me showing this off as if no one's ever seen this before. It's been out for like 3 months. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. So we have got a crap ton of shades to play with, which is why I wanted to do a 2 looks 1 palette, because I just think it'll just give us more opportunity to showcase some of these incredible looking shimmers. There's a bunch of different textures in this palette, only 4 mattes, so we're gonna have to get creative. But today I definitely want to check out Citrine Envy. This green has just been absolutely calling to me. Also Noir Moon, which is so soft. Whoa, was not expecting that. And I thought Gold Galaxy would also be really fun to play with. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that just made a huge, colossal mess. She's not playing around. Ooh. And that's gorgeous. As is that. Oh my gosh. Oh, and that black shade, she's a stainer. Also, being away from my studio means that I'm away from most of my makeup collection. But what I am severely lacking at home is my blush and highlight collection. Have no fear, there is a Sephora literally 3 minutes away from my house. So what did your girl do? She went and picked up the blush trio to match. This is the Divine Blush and Glow trio in Galactic Sun. I think today's look is going to be the more bold of the two, just because I have nowhere to be tonight. It's just me, myself, and the Tree Farm candle from Bath & Body Works. And then tomorrow we'll slap on a more basic look. But for now, why don't I just zoom you on in and we can play around with some eyeshadow, which is something that I haven't done since October. Stop talking, Maddie. Let's get started. Okay, there's something incredibly appealing about filming from home, most of which is not having to wear pants. If you didn't know, my partner and I split up back in September. Yesterday, I finally signed the papers to officially put the lease in my name on the apartment. So it's actually really nice to be able to set up in here, especially right now with Omicron and wanting to keep my mom safe. Plus, I think it looks really cute in here, I'm not gonna lie. So the plan is to go pretty bold today. I wanna do Citrine Envy for sure, maybe dip into Noir Moon and Gold Galaxy as well. Also, I've saved this mirror for you because that is how much I care. Okay, are you ready? After like a 3-month hiatus, this is gonna be the best mirror peel you've ever seen in your life. 3, 2, 1, here we go. That was so good. So we've only got a few mattes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 kind of pinky rosy ones and 2 chocolatey browns, which is very par for the course for Pat McGrath. I feel like those are the only kinds of mattes that she actually creates is browns and pinks. Let's just start by priming our eyelids and just shutting the hell up. Let's just go ahead and slap this in here. This is Sunrose Amber. Oh, okay. I definitely was expecting something a little bit lighter and a little bit softer. That is a lot more punch than I was expecting. So let's keep it pretty careful. This is my first time using the matte formula with a primer as well, so I feel like that also will add to the intensity. So let's just blend this out. So I don't know if it's just the new primer, but she's intense. It took me a minute to blend that for sure. All right, let's just go really quickly into Nocturne here and deepen up the crease. Trying to pack it on, tapping it out. The pigment is definitely there. Jesus, you gotta be careful. This is gonna get away from you. Oh yeah, now that I see it up close, that's kind of a mess. I'm gonna start over. I think I'm gonna see if I can get back to this point with a better blend, and then we'll just go from there. So be right back. Remember that joke I made at the beginning about not remembering how to do makeup? Apparently not a joke. Not a joke. I feel like I've forgotten how to blend eyeshadow. This took me like an hour. I have no idea why. Honestly, I do think it looks atrocious, but we have to move on. Funny story, guess who forgot to bring her glitter primer? So we'll see how this goes. I already feel like this is gonna end badly. In lieu of glitter primer, I'm just gonna take a flat brush and some setting spray and hope for the best. Let's dip into Citrine Envy to start. Yep, that did nothing. Let's go in with a finger. Much better. She is absolutely stunning though. Look at that. Look at that green. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm scared, but we're gonna do it. Let's just take Noir Moon on the finger. I'm an idiot for forgetting my glitter primer at the studio. Oh yeah. That's gonna get everywhere. Ooh, yeah, nope, oops. Ooh, okay, hold on. Oh, dang it. Not entirely sure what I'm doing at this point. Okay, if I kind of take it up like that, I don't hate that at all. Kind of making it into like a real smoky glitter wing moment. It's kind of working for me again. I was about to scrap this and I'm kind of turning a corner on this. Is this actually working? How did I manage that? So we're basically just pulling it all the way out into like one big black glitter wing. And I'm just gonna take my pinky finger into Noir and very carefully put that on the bottom there, just to connect it all up. This reminds me of something that playing in makeup would definitely do with this palette. I don't know why. The shape of it just kind of reminds me of them. This kind of works, right? Like it kind of works. I don't know. Because we're already here, let's just go in with Gold Galaxy. Let's just do it. You know what? YOLO. Okay, yeah, I mean like it's a lot. Is it a lot in a good way or a bad way? Let's throw in a little bit more of that citrine just on the bottom here. I will give it to these shimmers. They're making a huge mess because I don't have glitter primer on, but they're performing quite beautifully even without. Well, if your New Year's Eve plans involved a discotheque, this might be the look for you. I think I'm gonna leave it there for now. I'm gonna throw on some lashes and then we'll zoom out and we'll see how this shapes up. I'll be right back. Okay, changed up my wardrobe to match the vibe a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I really resurrected this look from the dead. Like it could have broken really bad and it did not, and for that I'm grateful to myself. This actually turned out pretty freaking cute, which I was not expecting because it was going in the direction of being a giant mess. But this is kind of a New Year's Eve serve for sure. I have no idea what to do with the rest of my face now. Blush, I guess we should do blush. I did a bit of daiquiri dip from Fenty before I powdered. It's all but basically disappeared underneath all the layers of powder and bronzer. So let's take a look at the blush and highlight trio, shall we? I've never owned a Pat McGrath cheek product before and I am so excited. Why don't we open this bad boy up? Here we go. Oh, shut up. That is too gorgeous. I think the middle blush will probably go really well with this look. How lucky are we get 2 peels in one video? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, no. Oh my God. Okay, come on. You can do this. Get your shit together, Maddie. Come on. The embossing in this pan is so freaking pretty. I cannot. Ooh, it's gonna be really peachy and I'm kind of into that. Bit of a shine to it, but not too much. I think we can just go in with this right away. And then this highlight, oof, I'm so excited. This is called Golden Nectar. Ooh, she's quite dark actually. I was not expecting that. See, it looks a lot brighter concentrated, but then when you swatch it, just a titch too dark for my skin. That's disappointing. This is gonna be gorgeous regardless. Let's tap into Desert Orchid. It's definitely got some glow to it for sure once it's on the face. Oh yeah, you can really see the reflection there. This is one of those blushes where I don't think you could possibly go overboard with it. It's very editorial, very Lisa Eldridge. I can just see her with like a Hakuhodo brush and like just gliding this over her incredible cheekbones with all of her like amazing fancy rings that she designed herself that go for like hundreds of dollars a piece. I see the fantasy. All right, I'm curious to see what this highlighter does when applied to the face with a brush. Oh my God, was not expecting that. It's not quite leaving a cast when I turn away from the light. It's definitely not as beamy as I wanted it to be. It's very candlelit glow. Either I'm not the biggest fan of the texture of this highlight, or I'm just having a really terrible skin day, which is not out of the realm of possibility. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this highlight. Jury's still out. I think I'll see how I feel about it tomorrow. Because right now as it stands, I'm not crazy about it. I do love this blush color though. She's stunning. She can stay. Let's just take a tiny pencil brush, dip it into this dark brown, and I'm just gonna color in some of these spots. And then I'm gonna blend a little bit of the bronzer in as well, just to get some variety of depth. I'm just gonna line my waterline with a bit of brown. This is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Frappe. I do wish I had a black liner right now, but I do not. My initial idea for some unknowable reason was to do like a bright red lip with this. I feel like that would be so extra. Let's just throw on the gloss and see if it even remotely works. I just love this gloss so much. I try to pair it with pretty much every look I do now. This is the Fenty Gloss Bomb Heat in Hot Cherry. It's the best. And it's just so darn festive. Ugh. All right, let's just give it a whirl. It might suck. I'm just gonna try it anyway. I mean, is that not just the most stunning gloss you've ever seen in your life? Oh, it never gets old. It looks too good to take it off. Oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. In that case, I believe we are done. During the run of the show, I cheated on the setting spray with another bottle of all-nighter, and it's just not the same. The mister cannot be beat on this, and it's the most drugstore of drugstore. Just throwing a little bit of pressed powder onto the brow bone. Folks, that is look number 1, all complete with the Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey palette. The mattes are definitely very hard to blend. I almost enjoy working with them better without an eyeshadow primer. Like, they almost work better on a dry lid, which is rare for me because as a general rule, I much prefer a tacky eyeshadow base. However, these mattes are no joke. They are super pigmented, but they're not the super blendy kind of pigmented mattes. Like, there are mattes out there on the market that will give you the most richly pigmented deep tones and at the same time blend like a dream. They exist. So far, these are not them. But when it boils down to it, I bought this palette because some of these shimmers looked way too good to pass up. And in that department so far, I am not disappointed. These are messy, granted. I will give you that. They are messy as fuck. However, I didn't even use a glitter primer, and the amount of shimmer and shine that is happening on my lids right now is insane. It was touch and go for a minute there. I did not think I was gonna pull this off, but the shimmers in this palette really surprised me with how workable they were despite how messy they were. And oh my God, guys, that green Citrine Envy. That is what dreams are made of for me. Like, I'm always on the hunt for the perfect green shimmer, and this is up there. It really delivered. I'm really on the fence about the formula of this highlighter. I'm curious to see if the highlighter in the other trio is darker than this or if it's lighter than this, because if it's darker than this, then there's just not an option for a really light skinned person with these trios, and that's okay. Because in the pan, by all accounts, I feel like it looks bright enough, but there's just ever so slightly just a hint of cast when I'm not in the light. If I'm not going to return this, I think I'm more so going to use it as a blush topper. Personally, for me, I just need a highlighter that has just a little extra beaminess to it because of how pale I am. I don't know. I would love to know your thoughts on that one, actually, because I do love the color of it, but I'm just not sure if it works for my skin tone. I've been at this for far too long. I'm going to go and get back into my pajamas to finish the rest of Euphoria season 1. And so I will leave you for now, but I will be back tomorrow to do look number 2. So I guess I will be seeing you momentarily. Like right about now. It's beginning to look a lot like fuck this. Don't know if the lighting looks absolutely crazy behind me, but that's okay. It's like a beautiful winter sunset moment. Just like get into it, okay? And we're back. Honestly, last night feels like a fever dream. I don't even really remember how I got through filming that, but somehow managed to pull a look out of it. So here we are again. I'm thinking I'll do what I normally do when I have no idea what to do, which is do a kind of rosy, neutrals, pinky kind of look. I do this kind of look every time we do a palette potential or a 2 looks 1 palette. It's not very out of the box for me, but there are some really beautiful pinky nudes in here that I really want to just get all up in. So we're definitely going to be diving into these 2 mattes here. And I think we'll probably get into a couple of these more rosy tones here and here. Ooh, yeah, definitely. Probably tap into this bad boy for a little inner corner highlight action. Oh, definitely. We're going to have to get into that. That's really intense. So we're going to keep it pretty soft, pretty blown out. I think it will go really well with the last blush to try in the trio. This guy right here. Why don't I zoom you on in and we can get started. You can really see my balcony just covered in snow right now. So yesterday I used eyeshadow primer. This is a brand new tube of primer potion in the color Eden. And while this has been my go-to primer for many years now, the fresh tubes are always harder to manage because they're just so tacky. I actually prefer it when it's a tiny bit more dried out, which is kind of gross, but coupled with the fact that the mattes in this palette are very intense, yesterday's look was a bit of a struggle to blend. So I'm gonna opt out of eyeshadow primer today, and instead I just put concealer on my lids and then set it with some loose setting powder. So we'll see how this one blends today. I'm curious to see how it turns out. I don't have my full collection with me, so that also might be contributing to the reason why I apparently just don't know how to blend eyeshadow anymore. Let's go in first with Electrique, which is the lighter pink of the 2. Already noticing that this is diffusing a lot nicer. And I have dipped into this matte in particular already. I think I used this for a look I did for a company Christmas party. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that look already. And we're gonna do something similar today. I think I'm gonna blow it out a little bit more. God, I wish I had my favorite blending brushes with me. I feel like I would be having a much smoother time right now. All right, let's tap into Saturn Sunset to deepen everything up. I'm not sure if I like how these mattes layer on top of each other. When I try and add the deeper shade on top, it just kind of grabs in really bad places. Like right here, you can kind of see how it just kind of stopped blending and just kind of created a big patch. Yeah, see how it just kind of grabs here and here? Let's try and go back in with Electrique and see if we can finesse this a little bit. It's just so annoying. Like, why is it being such a little bitch? Like, I don't know if you can see this, but to me, it just looks really uneven and choppy. Maybe I truly have forgotten how to do makeup. Just grabbing some pressed powder for the brow bone to try and blend this out a little bit more. Let's just keep going. I have a feeling I can fix this with glitter. Let's start this off on the outer edge with Lotus Luxe. It's the deepest one. I have a feeling today's look is gonna turn out a lot more like yesterday's look than I had anticipated, because I think I'm just gonna cover everything with shimmer again. And you know what? I'm not super mad about it. Okay, let's get into Heavenly Body, which is that nice rose gold shade. Oof, yeah. Just cover all of my sins, my injustices, my traumas, just cover it all up with glitter. Lastly, let's grab some Galactic Glow for the inner third. Oh, and this shit gets everywhere. Do a sensible look, she said. It'll be fun, she said. Let's grab just a touch of the mid shade for the under eye, and then that deepest one as well. Folks, she is ready for the disco again. I really hope that I haven't lost all of my blending powers. I'm gonna be very sad if that's true. Once again, I'm looking a little insane, but we're just gonna roll with it. So I'm gonna do this on the other side, throw on some lashes, and when we come back, we will finish the rest of the look. Okay, other side is done. Lashes are on. These are from the Pure X Robbie D. Christie collection. They are the Lovely style lashes. I bought up a bunch of pairs at Shoppers. They're just really comfortable and they fit under my glasses, so win-win. The look is starting to grow on me again with lashes. We can definitely pull this off. I don't have any jewelry on, I just realized. Be right back. Let's pick up Divine Rose and use that for our blush today. Definitely gonna attempt to drape it just a teensy weensy bit. I really like this color though. And this blush is a little more matte than the other one we tried yesterday, which I do kind of like that there is a variety of different textures in this trio. I'm gonna use the same highlight as yesterday, even though it's not my fave. All right, lastly, let's just throw on a lip. This is actually something I picked up for the show I was in. This is the Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon. I have a few of these and the formula is just so top notch. I prefer these to the matte inks. They're just way more comfortable to wear and they have excellent longevity without being super dry or sticky. And they do fade over time, but not in an unflattering way when eating or drinking. This looks like it's part of some Zodiac collection. It's called Lead the Way. And this is the lipstick I was using all through the show because it just literally is the color of my lips, but a little bit nicer. I just love the texture of this. It just looks so nice on the lips and it's so comfy. It's really creamy when you apply it. Not too heavy though. And I just like to tap it out and blend it out with my finger just to soften the edges. Look how soft and pretty that is. Ugh, I've been wearing it for months straight, but can't get enough of it. I think we're done. All right, folks, that is the look all complete, and that is a wrap on the 2 Looks 1 palette with the Celestial Odyssey palette. I have mixed feelings. I'm a little bit on the fence. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought I was going to be absolutely head over heels for this, but I am coming away from this video with some reservations regarding the matte formula. Oh my gosh, I forgot bottom mascara. Of course you did. You would think I was doing this on purpose. I promise you I'm not. The mattes were hard to work with. They were hard to layer and they were hard to blend. This This also might be compounded with the fact that I've taken 2.5 months off and have forgotten how to blend eyeshadow. Also, it could have been that maybe my base was just not jiving, whether it be a powdered base or a tacky base, or it could be the fact that I'm working with a bunch of piecemeal eyeshadow brushes that I don't think are particularly good at blending. All of that to say, it's not my favorite matte formula by a long shot. Things just weren't going as smoothly as I had anticipated. This being a holiday release notwithstanding, I still think that that's no excuse for subpar quality with a brand that has a price point like Pat. But you are not buying this palette for the 4 matte eyeshadows. You are buying this palette for the multitude of shimmers and glitters and metallics. There's some really pretty stuff in here. They all make a giant mess. I really wish that I had my glitter primer with me on this one because I was experiencing glitter fallout everywhere, all over. So I'm thinking that using a glitter primer with this would make this a little bit more of an enjoyable experience. But even without a glitter primer, the payoff is absolutely exquisite. The shine, the sparkle, the reflection, the dimension, it's all there. The color story itself, I feel like is a bit of a mixed bag. I feel like this was all the leftover shades that they didn't know what to do with, so they just threw it into a giant palette and called it done. And I'm not mad about it. Honestly, it doesn't need to be cohesive for me to enjoy it because I've got so much eyeshadow in my collection that I can just pull from other places. This will probably go really well with Divine Rose too. I have a feeling that these would be incredible companion palettes. I think in the end, these did turn out really nice. I was very trepidatious about both of them in medias res, but now that I'm looking at them, I think they're perfectly fine. Also, I was thinking of maybe returning this and exchanging it for the other one, but now that I've used both the blush shades, I think I'm just gonna keep it because I really love both these blushes. Divine Rose and Desert Orchid, I think they're both stunning. They've got really nice finishes, and the highlight is fine. I bet it will look better on me in the summer when I'm a little bit darker, she said, as if she gets any sort of tan at all and isn't just the color of paper all year round. I definitely thought I was gonna feel a little bit more expensive by the end of this video, like decked out in all Pat McGrath, feeling really bougie. And I kind of just feel the same way I feel at the end of most of my videos, which is I look okay. And it's not like I don't feel good about myself. I look good, I like my makeup, but I don't feel rich, if you know what I'm saying. It's good quality makeup. It's just not the level at which I expect Pat McGrath to be just overall. I hope that you all enjoyed this 2 looks 1 palette. We'll see whether or not I move back into the studio right away. I might wait until Omicron kind of dies down a bit because I do have to go back to retail very, very soon, and I'm going to be exposed a lot more. So I might just end up keeping this setup for the next few weeks. We'll see how it goes. Let me know what you think of the setup here. If this is totally doable, if I should just hang out here for a little while, hunker down. I do miss my studio though, and I miss my lighting in the studio especially. I've got to run, so I'm going to love you and leave you, hopefully not for 3 months again, all being well. But before I do, please let me rattle it off to you really quick. Here are the many ways that you can help out my channel. You can give this video a huge thumbs up. You can comment down below what you thought of everything. You can subscribe. Any and all engagement with this video is crucial to its success in the algorithm, so if you have a few spare seconds, please engage with this video. You can follow me on other social media. I will leave those right there. Instagram is truly the only one I'm active on, so if you ever want to reach me, please just leave a DM there. I do have a Patreon, but I think I'm going to be suspending it for the next 2 or 3 months, just to make up for the lack of content over the last few months. And depending on my level of stress and anxiety and pressure, I might suspend it indefinitely. We'll see how it goes. But I definitely have been feeling incredibly guilty about that for the last 3 months. Thank you for bearing with me with this prolonged hiatus. I did not intend for this to be so. I've missed you all so much, and thank you for sticking around and being here. I truly appreciate all of you so much. And with that, folks, stay safe, stay sane, wash your hands, wear a mask, stay home if you can, get vaccinated if you can, get boosted if you can. Just keep doing your best, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!